So, welcome to the Be the Spark Movement September 2025 conversation. And today's conversation is about indecision and what that means for people and how people get through indecision to make good quality decisions.
Mhm.
So, welcome, Jeffrey. So good to
Good to
have you
be
here.
here. Yeah, it's
So,
good. Yep. We're gonna keep doing this thing, so it's good to be here.
yeah,
Yeah, and
whether there's 2 or 20 of us, right?
yeah,
We're
yep,
going to keep on keeping on. So,
yep. Keep it going. Yeah. So Rome wasn't built in a day, so we just keep hitting it, you know. The indecision is a big yeah, it can be a stopper sometimes, being indecisive on things you want to do, especially when it takes a little, maybe it's not stepping outside the box. It takes a little overcoming fear and just being
mhm.
decisive enough to say, hey, I'm gonna go with this. It was given to me, so I'm gonna go with it. So yeah, indecision.
It seems like we always seem to step into fear in some of these conversations, which is, of course, why we are doing this fear book, The Other Side of Fear. And I think you're right, because a lot of times the going back and forth is the what if in the decision.
Yeah, yeah,
What if I take this leap of faith? What if I quit my job? What if,
right,
and
right.
we're straddling that line, which is fear of the
Yeah,
unknown.
right, right.
Yeah.
And there's a lady, she's on, I don't know her personally, but she's on Instagram and she moved to Mexico. I don't know her whole story, but she was a businesswoman, very successful businesswoman, whatever her business was. And she decided she felt like it was wearing her out. Like that wasn't her calling. She's a dancer or something that's connected with dance. And she just had this idea that I'm going to, she was indecisive for a while, but then all of a sudden it just hit her that no, I can't be indecisive anymore. And she decided to leave the job, leave this six-figure um, income and create what she wanted. And she ended up moving to Mexico. And long story short, she got a contract through Nike contacted her. And I guess they have a shoe that fits what she's trying to do. So, and she's been to 55 countries, I think it is, and when the last thing I saw her talk about. So she said she just stepped into it, and once you step into it, it walks with you. You just have to stop
Mhm.
being indecisive about what it is you want to do. And so it's a perfect that I needed to see that. I was like, it was so encouraging that she just stepped out, making all that money, and she just left it because it wasn't what she really wanted to do. So yeah.
Yeah. That misery is not not worth
Mhm.
it.
No, no, no.
That's I know we had talked about that story before, and it's such a beautiful story about alignment.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
asking yourself what your soul wants, what you're meant to do here on this earth.
Yeah. So true. So true. Yeah. You have to have it. Or I think all of us have it. We just have to believe in it enough to step out on it. I think everybody, well, I would think most people have something that they really love, but I'm not sure if most of us do the things we really love in our lifetime. Very few of us are bold enough to say, okay, I'm gonna, because it does take some risk. It really does. And risks aren't always easy. But
It does. When I gave my speech on intention setting, I talked about the difference between I have to and I get to.
hmm
And
Yes,
we want to live from that place as I get to. I get to
yeah,
get up and go do what I love every morning.
yeah. That's a beautiful. And just that changing of the linguistic there, just the words that you use. It's so true. Like when I don't want to get up and I try to exercise every day. And when I don't want to get up and exercise, instead of saying, oh man, I have to exercise, I say, I get to. You know how many people don't would love to be able to get out of their bed and they can't get out of their bed. And that's like what pushes me. Like I get to exercise today. I get to see the sunshine or whatever today. So yeah, just changing our vocabulary can make a big difference.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that is helpful on indecision because you have to think of it as, what is going to light you up.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know people have to work and we have to make money and we have to do a lot of the hoops we jump through, but how can you be aligned with your heart and
Mm-hmm.
still make money? And that's what we're working on with this
Yeah,
program.
yeah,
And
exactly.
you're working on with your poetry.
Mhm.
world poetry, and I'm working on with the books and speaking and just sharing our hearts with people.
Yeah.
And that's
And once you put it out there, you pretty much, me and the guy that I was talking to you off camera about the guy Paul, we were talking about this yesterday. Once you put it out there, you're almost obligated to yourself to follow through. You shouldn't have said anything if you weren't going to do anything. So I was like, yeah, that's so true. He said, yeah, you're almost obligated to yourself that you put it out there. Now the universe is like, okay, let's go. So you're obligated to do it, to not be indecisive and just go on and try it. Nothing's gonna hurt, with a try. So
I
yeah.
know. Yeah, you don't want to slide in sideways. Well, I want to slide in sideways
Hmm.
upon death
Right. Right.
instead of sit there with regret,
Right.
you know?
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
And I hope we all can do that.
Hmm.
So let's not be indecisive anymore. We're doing this. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
just do like, I mean, I'm not the biggest Nike fan for a variety of reasons, but
Right.
their logo, just do it. I mean,
That hits it all. That's yep. Don't need much explanation for that. But it's so true. Yeah, you just have to. And yeah. And it inspires other people. I love that's the one thing I really love about the internet. I have, like I told you, I have a love-hate relationship with it, but sometimes you'll run across something and it's so inspiring. It's like the person is speaking to you. And that's what I love about the internet. The people on there doing things, and they just did it on faith. Just, okay, I'm gonna do it, and this is how I'm gonna do it. And if doesn't work out this way, I'll go this way, but I'm going to do it. And just that persistence, not being indecisive, just saying I'm gonna do it, is very encouraging, not only to them and what they're trying to do, but to people who are watching, who may be just scrolling, and then they come to that place, and that you inspire something in them. So you just
and
never.
you're really good at that. You're really good at capturing people's attention and just having this profound thoughts that, like, I mean, I always stop at your videos and I'm like, the wisdom, you know.
Uh-huh. Because, because I pay attention to people. Human beings are amazing. When they want to be, they are amazing. And some of the things they say, I'm like, oh my God, I didn't think about it like that. That's why it's good you don't want to be in a circle that everybody agrees with everything that everybody else says. You
Right.
really don't. I took a class one time, I forgot, we were having a debate in the class. It ended up being like a real divisive thing. And then the teacher said something that was so profound. She said, if your argument is A and you're contrary to B, go study B. Go study B, because that's going to either make your argument stronger, or it's going to say you got some holes in your argument. And I was like, that's so true. So it's good to have some differences of opinion, so you can grow, so you can make your product, whatever it is, if that much stronger, because from different sides.
Yeah,
This is a
I
beautiful.
agree.
Yeah, yeah. Having those differences, having that different angle. Everybody didn't grow up here. Some people grew up over here or whatever, and bringing that all into the mix, and that's how growth happens. Yeah.
Yeah, and I put this on social media yesterday, and it's about listening to
Hmm.
each other with your heart and not listening to respond.
Right. Right. That's a big one.
Yeah, but also listening with your experience and allowing somebody else to have their experience.
Yeah.
And this helps with indecision too, because I'm when you can step out of somebody else's mess
Hmm.
and you can see the bigger picture and you allow them the wisdom that you see when you're not in it,
Right. Right. So
then
true.
you can really help people have clarity because they're like, oh, that really landed with me, but how did you know that? you know,
Hmm.
or I didn't see it until you spoke it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So having those really tough conversations can really help people.
Yeah. Be very enlightening. Very, very enlightening.
But we
Um,
don't listen. Most people don't. They listen just to
to come back. Yeah,
bond.
they're already thinking about what they're gonna say. And I have to be honest. Like, I'm out in a debate with somebody, and I've tried to check myself on this. Like, listen to what they're saying. Forget about what your response is gonna be. Actually listen to what they're saying. Then, kind of do what you will with that and then come back, but not, but yeah, a lot of us do. I know I do that sometimes. Like
We
I'm just
all
ready to
do.
respond. I'm writing stuff down so I can respond, and I'm not really hearing what that person is saying to the full extent, which could be something I could really benefit from, to be honest, Yeah.
Yeah, we all can. Yeah, I
Hmm.
mean, we all do it. It's just it's a practice like everything else.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is. It
It's
is.
just practicing being present.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, I like that. That's
Yeah.
true. I just read something by Hemingway. Hemingway said something about that. Learn to listen. I forgot the because I'm paraphrasing, but basically he said just learn to listen when people are talking. Give them that attention and really listen to what they have to say. Yeah, it was a beautiful quote. I'm messing it up, but basically that's what he was saying in a nutshell, and it's so true.
We'll have to you'll have to find it and
Yeah, I have fun. Yeah, yeah,
put it on the page.
yeah, yeah. So true.
It's- It said Jimmy popped on, but maybe he's having trouble with his connection.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I really wanted him to get on here because I wanted to see how he's doing. I'll text him, but I wanted to kind of see him too.
Yeah.
Oh, here
And
he is.
there's
Hey,
Jimmy.
Jeffrey. How you feeling, buddy? Your mic is off.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd love to see his face.
Mm-hmm.
So those of you that are listening while we wait on Jimmy to just hop in, Jimmy, when you can. Jimmy's been ill, and we have a GoFundMe set up for him. So if you're listening to this and you want to help out with the GoFundMe, contact me. There he is.
What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man.
Good
You
to
had
see you.
me worried. I'm
Good to
sorry I've
see
been
you.
in and out so much, but I've been so crazy at work. But it's good to see you. I'm
It's
so
a pleasure seeing
blessed to
you.
see you, buddy. It's a blessing to see you.
I've been affected by an allergy this evening. That's why I'd like to come on,
Oh, okay.
like influenza and stuff.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But I'm really grateful. I'm glad that I'm here with you guys today, and everyone listening, everyone following the conversation. It's happy to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. How you feeling? You feeling any better, stronger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At
Oh, good.
least I'm feeling well done before.
Oh, okay. Good.
Good. We've been really worried about you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for the prayers, the support.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate, and I'm recovering only the side effects, but that's
Oh,
common. It comes with the medicine. But God has
oh,
been really great to my side. The amazing people, the love.
yeah.
It has really been an experience.
Yeah. Well,
We
we're
got
just
people.
glad you're home.
Okay. Yeah. Glad you're doing better. And
Are we
looking.
having anyone else on the stream? Anyone else joining us?
Yeah, we're live on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm recording.
It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we were just talking about indecision and basically I guess our last thing we were talking about is just really listening to each other so we can help each other with that indecision or just being kind and listening.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Oh, go on. Were you gonna say something?
Go on, Jeffrey. Go on, Jeffrey. I'm trying to pick up the
Oh, okay.
conversation.
Yeah, I was just I was thinking about one of the things that some of the older people used to tell me when I was a little kid, and I'm not sure. I think I've said this before. Not sure why they picked me out, but they would pick me. I guess I listened. I don't know. But I remember one thing that they would say if you want to um really know what a person is about, what kind of character they have. One guy told me you just have to shut up, and I was like, I didn't understand what he meant by shutting up. He said, yeah, just be quiet, because eventually, as they talk, as people talk and talk and talk and talk, eventually they get comfortable, and eventually the real them will come out. So it's a good way to just kind of get to know people, just listening, not interrupting, not saying anything, just kind of listening, and you can learn a lot from listening. And I always thought, yes, as I got older, I was like, oh, I see what they mean now. But yeah, listening is one of those attributes that maybe some of us, like myself, sometimes don't use enough, but very important to be able to listen.
Yeah.
This resonates with the master class I was giving my young brother today, Eddie, when he visited me.
Oh,
It
okay.
was about sales, about sales. It was a masterclass about sales.
Mm,
And I'd learned it from someone else. I had attended a conference somewhere about sales. In sales, they tell you listening is key. And
Mm-hmm.
in all ways, you must find those good questions which will let the person buying to be open to you. And
mm,
one of the best skills, I'm letting this out, it's one of the best skills, is storytelling.
Ah,
People
mm,
resonate a lot with stories. When you start out with a story, they even encourage not to start out with presenting the product or the pricing, but
mm,
they encourage you to first open up with a story. Why
mm,
a story? A story is going to bring out a connection. It's going to bring a relationship between, it's going to establish a relationship between the buyer and the seller. And it will end up not being a selling. It will end
mm,
up being a conversation, an engagement, a relationship. So they
mm,
encourage you to establish a relationship first with the buyer. Even if this person was not going to buy, you'll be surprised. Now, when you open up a conversation, they encourage you in this masterclass, they encourage you to make your story short so that
yeah.
mm,
you give room for this person to relate. And when they relate, the buyer, when they relate with your story, they will tell you a far better story, a far larger story than yours. Now they are going to stand there. They will not want to leave. They want to do everything possible so that they can keep this conversation going. And what you
wow.
have to do as a seller, now it's going to resonate with what you have just shared. As a seller, you have to listen, to give time to this person and listen.
Mm-hmm.
And the more you listen, it's going to be of advantage to you,
Yeah.
not only in the selling aspect, but also in the human aspect, whereby you're going to understand better the needs of this person. At many occasions, people buy things which are not fit for them. For them, they'll just come with an idea. But as a seller, in the other human sense, you'll understand and you'll be able to advise this person if you listen to their story better. Then you are going to, on the selling side and the economics side, you are going to get resources to understand those points where you can convince this person to buy your product. So when you
Mm,
talk about that, for me, I think when you listen, there is a way it enhances, back to the topic, there is a way it enhances relationships,
mm,
it
mm,
establishes relationships.
Yes.
Uh, there is a way it, can I call it pruning? Even if, for example, it's marriage or workspaces, and you're a boss, let's say you're a supervisor, you're a team leader, to anyone listening right now, that's also something to note. When you listen, when you take some time, not only to delegate giving orders, and you take time to listen to your employees, to your
mm,
juniors, I think there is a way it's going to establish a far better relationship between you
Mm-hmm.
guys.
mm.
And where there is a proper relationship, you not even need to, there will be no need of ordering people. People will be
Right.
even enthusiastic at solving tasks in our
Oh,
communities.
yeah.
So for me, I think listening is also that thing that can help us work together and also rejuvenate our relationships between each other
Hmm.
I
on a larger
agree.
context. Thank you.
Yeah. That's a very good point.
I agree. When we speak at my National Speakers Association, we talk about sharing stories because you
Hmm.
want people to listen to you. And
Yeah.
it does build that connection when you share a personal story. But
Hmm.
also, I lost my train of thought. Oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, sharing personal stories, but it
Yeah.
is all about listening. And listening is an art
It
form.
really.
It's
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
skill.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
It's a skill. I agree. I agree with that.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Me too.
it's something we have to practice,
Yeah. Definitely.
especially today in all our distractions, right? Like everything's a distraction.
It's so true.
Do you
I know
guys
what I
think
was gonna
it?
say.
Do you think, guys? Okay, as Carrie tries to record that thought, that listening thought. Let me try to add on.
Okay.
Do you think listening, there is a way it relates with mindfulness?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. I do too.
Absolutely. And that's what that helps me with my thought is I was going to say when you listen with more than your ears.
Mm-hmm.
Like you feel somebody's vibes.
All
You
right. So,
yeah, you hear their emotion. You hear their like if somebody's happy or sad or excited or mad, like
Mm-hmm.
their body language. Like there's so much to when somebody's expressing themselves that listening to somebody, it just it is more than just words.
Most definitely. I work with autistic kids. Carrie and I were just talking about this. And a lot of times they aren't uh, vocal. They're vocal at times, but most of the time you have to listen to them in a different way, which is it helps you as all around as a person, to be honest with you, because listening, like you said, isn't just with your ears. It's with, looking at their body language. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, my little guy I was working with was having a hard time and just throwing things, hit and all. And I know he spoke a language that I didn't speak. No, he didn't. He was frustrated because he was trying to speak to me, but I didn't understand his language. And so I just kind of watched his body language. And then I asked him, "Are you tired?" And it's like his shoulders went down. Yeah, and it was, but he was doing all of these other things to let me know that he was tired, but he couldn't tell me. So
Yeah.
listen, yeah. So one thing with working with autistic children is it helps your ear because you realize it's not just your ear, it's your eye, your heart to understand what these kids are trying to say or what they're trying to get across at a particular time. So yeah, listening is a lot. We listen with our whole body, I think.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, we should. We
We
should.
should. And he felt heard.
Yeah,
Once you were able to
yeah,
relay that back to him, he felt heard
yeah.
and he was no longer frustrated.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know this was originally about indecision, but I think this is a much more important topic, right? Listening and understanding and just having
Especially
an
today.
openness.
Yeah, especially now because it seems like every time you cut on whatever, it's an argument about something. I'm like, man, we sure argue well. Wow, we sure argue and debate well. Boy, it'd be nice if we
We
put
don't
that energy
debate.
into
It's argue.
argue. Yeah, yeah. Um,
It and it's not a communication
that's true.
because people speak at you and not to you or
Right,
with you.
right. So
And it
true.
happens so much in this world. And like, I'm just over it. Like, and that's of course, like when Jimmy and Jeffrey and I started this whole Be the Spark thing, it's about having a conversation.
yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And having a conversation, to add on what Kerry you're just submitting, to have a conversation doesn't mean that you must have same opinions
right.
or you must be agreeing on the same thing. It's all
Right.
about sitting down, listening to each other, enjoying each other's energy, uh, learning from each other. Because
Hmm.
Hmm.
sometimes we might have our own opinions, and
Right.
being selfish with our own opinions, sometimes we are misleading what
Yes.
ourselves. But whenever we give ourselves that benefit of the doubt, we let ourselves out there, engage with people, communicate with people freely,
Mm.
without being offended, uh,
Yep.
learning to disagree peacefully, amicably. I believe there is a way it helps us to grow
Yes.
Yeah,
as individuals.
Yes.
definitely.
And
No.
you were talking about when we started.
Yes.
For me, I see there has been growth on my
Hmm.
side, growing personally
Absolutely.
and how
Yeah.
to relate with people.
Absolutely. Just the different people that have popped in and out,
Hmm.
offered their stories and their experiences have been profound.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
One thing I would urge one thing I would urge the viewers is to learn to disagree peacefully. Us having different opinions with each other doesn't mean we should not sit down and share about a certain topic, share our opinions,
Mm-hmm.
and we live peacefully, and we can still sit another day and have also the same conversation about another thing.
I
It's okay
agree.
to listen to each other, the opinions.
Yep.
Yeah.
For me, I always tell my friends that, you know what, you can listen to all advice, to all sorts of advice. There is no
Mm-hmm.
problem with that,
Right.
because you believe you are the one to decide at the end of the day. For me, I believe you are the one to decide at the end of the day. There is no problem with getting different opinions from different people.
Right.
You
Correct.
have the will, you have the free will to decide, to make decisions of
Mm-hmm.
your own self. So
Yeah.
I think people should learn that also.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Definitely.
sometimes the best advice comes from the most unlikely places.
Oh, yes, definitely.
And you're like, I would have never ever expected this person to have this wisdom
Mhm.
around this. But there's 8 billion experiences on this
Exactly. Exactly. That's a lot of
8.
experiences.
Yeah.
That's a lot, you know.
So
Um,
somebody has to have a similar experience of you
mhm.
and can share that wisdom with you if you just listen.
Yeah.
Mm.
And think about this. Everybody, unless it's like 5 and 6, but even they have an experience too. But most, no, I'll say everybody knows something. You know, you can learn from anyone. Everybody knows something, has something that they know about, that they can talk about that can enlighten you. So,
Mhm.
um, we have to be humble too and say just because this person is wherever he is or she is life wise has nothing to do with what they've internalized and what they've learned through life, you know? So you can learn from anybody. And I think we have to humble ourselves in that way and say, you know, everybody's my teacher, you know, good or bad. Everybody, I can learn something from everyone.
I
Some things I
agree.
don't want to go towards, but at least I'm learning what I don't want to do. But everybody is our teacher. You know, we are teachers. All of us are teachers to each other.
Even that 2-year-old little boy in there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
teaches me something every day, every time I see him.
Yeah.
Whether it's just his smile and his acceptance of
Right.
other people or his curiosity or like and he teaches me stuff about myself too. He's oh, what a gift,
Yeah. Yeah. Innocence is a gift. It's a beautiful thing. You
isn't
know,
it?
it really is a beautiful thing.
Yeah. And
Scary.
curiosity.
Yeah, and the curiosity. Beautiful things to have, you know, and you want to keep it as much as you can. You know, the world can kind of strip it away from you if you let it, but yeah, you have to keep that childlike curiosity. I think Einstein said he didn't think he was all that smart. He just felt like he was very curious. And you have to keep that curiosity. You know, it makes life so much more intriguing and interesting.
I agree with you. I think when we lose that is when we start getting cynical
Mm-hmm.
and we start thinking we know everything and that nothing else can come in.
Right.
But if we keep that curiosity, there's always something to learn.
Always. That's the exciting thing about life. It really is.
Yeah. Mm.
So much out here to see and learn and experience. But I think we have to do it as community. You know, we can try it by ourselves, but it's so much more fulfilling when we do it in interaction with, you know, and not just be on a screen all the time, but actually interact with each other. There's so much to that. So
Oh
much.
yeah. Well, it's like when we talk about seeing each other all in person. Like
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
we have a great time with these conversations and share a lot, but that day when we all three get to be in the room together,
Right. Yeah.
it's going to be totally different.
Yeah. Different vibe. No doubt
Yep.
about it. No doubt about
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
One day soon.
it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Surely, surely. The universe has plans for us,
Yeah.
very big ones.
Very big, yeah. That's how I feel too, man. I really felt I sent a text to Carrie yesterday. I feel like it's something big around the corner. I'm not sure how it's gonna come, but I can feel it. Like I have so much confidence in it. I can feel it's beyond me, it's beyond us. It's coming.
Let,
I really feel that.
I agree.
let me share with you. I used to feel like it's distant, you know, all this distance between us.
Hmm.
I would feel that distance inside, you know, even if we would have these wonderful conversations, texting like daily on a daily,
Right.
which other people can't even manage, but we were doing it, you know, on a daily. So it would bring us closer, but still I would feel that distance inside. But
Hmm.
these days after we started manifesting about meeting, as if we have already met, like physically, I no longer feel that distance. And
Yeah.
I think it's gonna happen. When you talk about feeling something big near, I think that's something that has already erased the distance in me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's in the making. And I mean, we've been doing this for July, August, September, 2 years and 3 months. We've
Wow.
been meeting once a month
Yeah.
for the most part. All three of us
Yeah.
have been in these meetings and, building something, building momentum, and it comes from our heart and it comes from our soul. And what is it you always say, Jeffrey? When things are meant to be.
Oh yeah. You can't stop what's meant to move, you know. Yeah, no.
Yep.
Can't stop. And I was Jimmy, I had a conversation with I told Carrie this, a guy yesterday. He's all excited about this other project. And he was saying, once you put it out into the universe, you're almost obligated because you shouldn't have said anything if you didn't want it to happen. But once you put it out into the universe say, okay, you're ready to grow. We're ready. Once you put it out there, you're almost obligated to make it happen. That's how I feel.
Now for me, I would call it making a covenant with the universe. You have
Uh-huh.
already made yeah, it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone
Yeah.
asked me about what I do. They were asking me about what I do.
Hmm.
You know, especially this storm that I've been going through. This lady, she's around 75. We
Mm,
had a conversation. I think was it yesterday, asking me about this storm, how it has how it has left me, the damages it has caused. For her, she thought I was going to be negative about the entire situation,
mm,
though she was surprised me sharing about, telling her that this is one of the most wonderful points of my life, the most testing, but still the most wonderful. I've
mm,
got to meet many people, you know,
mm,
many people. I think whenever I'm talking about this, I even feel like crying, but I've met many wonderful people.
Hmm.
mm,
People I did not even expect like to have time for me. People I've been knowing all along. I'm talking about here.
mm,
But these are people I called, not expecting even to receive like any feedback from them.
mm, mm,
But they responded immediately than even the people I knew, than the people I called family, friends.
mm.
I was surprised about this. There are then those people I met, new people totally. I'm still talking about here in Uganda.
Right.
Those people I met in the due course, the conversations we had, the relationships we developed.
Hmm.
Mm,
Then people from nowhere, people responded, the messages, the emails, the phone calls, people calling you, encouraging you there and there.
mm.
I think to me, that has been the best what part of this entire experience, you know.
Yeah.
You
So
make me cry.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
about what you were saying, I was telling her that you know what, the universe has a lot for me
Hmm.
because it's like a covenant. That's why I was like, it is like a covenant. I can't go. I don't know how I'm going to make it. Uh, I told her I started this journey. These are the things I do, and I love doing them with happiness. Even when
Mm,
I'm sick, even when I'm moving, when I'm having a lot of lesser depression, I'm really happy doing them. You know, there is a way they refresh me.
yeah.
I was telling her, I don't know where I'm going to get the resources to fulfill this purpose. But for me, I think I'm going to do this the rest of my life. When I
Mm.
talk about building a home, I see my home, I don't see my home being empty. I see my home being filled with children from everywhere, you know, putting
Mm.
them there,
Mhm.
teaching them, mentoring them on how to become better
I
men.
can see that.
Oh,
That's what for me, and when I'm talking about the home, the other person will talk, where will be getting the food to feed them. Well, but for me, I just feel like this is
yeah.
what I was meant to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah. I can see that. I can see that happening.
Okay, thank you. I mean, it will happen.
Yeah, I mean it is. It's all about like what lights you up.
Mm-hmm.
What lights you up and what's gonna fill your soul because as I said earlier, when you slide in sideways, knocking
Mm-hmm.
on death's door, you gotta be you gotta take that breath and be like, I did it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's the same which and it I was trying to refer to what Jeffrey was telling us
Uh-huh.
about when you put it outside there. So the moment I decided, or we decided to do this, to do what we do, all of
Mm-hmm.
us, I think it listens. And it's for it, it's ready to help you. There is one mentor used to tell us that the universe is ready to give you what you want, but it's
Hmm.
not going to give it out to you like that. It's going to test you to see whether you were made for this, whether you
Yep.
Yeah.
were ready,
That's
So
so
whatever we
true.
are going through, yeah, sure. It
Yeah.
already, it's already, it's already planning for you. It's already to give you whatever you want. It has aligned the right people, the right places, the moments, and
That's true.
everything. But it wants to see, are you the one to imitate around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
true.
That's why I hand you those challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's molding you.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
I remember when I remember the power Jeffrey had when he was starting off with
oh no, Jimmy froze. Right in the middle of a profound thought.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it'll come right back.
Yeah, I think he froze.
Yeah. Well, we manifest Jimmy some good internet one day.
Uh-huh.
Even though it's been really good today up to this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really is. It really is.
But but it's
I
all
was
true.
also wondering, especially
There he
since
is.
it involved
Okay.
traveling.
There you go.
But then
You're coming in and out, Jimmy, so we just catching bits and pieces. Oh, there he goes. He'll be back.
Yeah.
He'll be back. But yeah, I'm I'm aligning with what y'all are aligning with.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
There you go. Yeah. I like all this universe talk. I really believe I really feel it. Um, and I don't think I've ever felt it like this now. I guess I'm at a point to understand it better. I guess I didn't have the patience or whatever it was. And it deals with you where you are.
yes.
Yes, I'm at that point where I understand, I think I understand it, and I just accept that it doesn't go at my speed, it goes at the speed that it's gonna go at. And I just can't get frustrated in that. I just continue moving along. That's all you can do.
Yep.
Like a long road trip. You got to stop for gas every once in a while. You want to get there, but you got to stop for gas or you got to stop to get something to eat. So it's part of the trip, but
Yeah.
eventually you'll get there. Yeah.
Well, we can only take one breath at a time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then that's going to get us to our next one,
Yep.
regardless.
Exactly. Yep.
so
There you go.
are
Okay,
you
now you're back.
getting me? Are you there?
Now we are. Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
We can hear
okay.
you. Yeah.
I'm having a problem with my network. So about indecision, I think where we were driving our conversation, we're getting back to indecision. And what we have just shared was our experiences on how we decided. I think we can dive deeper. We can share about those moments when we're choosing to do whatever we are doing, everyone, like individually, what was that moment, how it felt
Mhm.
on deciding to do what you're doing. For example, Carrie with sold with your book, uh,
Hmm.
with the yoga, with the kids, and then Jeffrey with paper graffiti, with the
Hmm.
poetry.
Mm-hmm.
how the experience was about taking that decision.
Mm-hmm.
That leap of faith.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it
How
was.
did it feel? How did it feel? How was the experience? Those thoughts, how you
When we
overcame that fear of deciding, of choosing that journey. Did
Yeah,
you encounter any fears?
no, for me, I've always dreamed big. And maybe I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I've always dreamed big. And with this, I just felt like it was I never felt that poets were given until they're dead. Poets weren't given uh, the appreciation that they deserve. So
Hmm.
for me, it felt like it was bigger than me. It was like I'm a poet, but I don't, all these lives all represented by poetry don't get heard a lot. So I felt like it was God, whatever you want to call it, God, Allah, the universe, whatever people's name they want to give to the universe,
Hmm.
I take that. But I felt like it was given to me to do it, but it's just given. I'm just a vessel for it to happen through.
Yes.
But it felt like it had to happen, and it's gonna happen, and I was given it to do it. But it's not. It's much bigger than me. It's
Yeah.
much. So I felt confident in it. I never felt a fear, afraid of it, or crazy. People looked at me crazy when I first said I wanted to go around the world and interview poets, but it'll be crazy until I get it done. Then all of a sudden it'll be manageable. People are like, oh, okay, you did it. Yeah. Yeah.
All great things start
Yeah.
with
Appear
somebody thinking
crazy.
they're crazy.
Yeah, they really do.
And you,
They really
Carrie,
do.
what about you? What about you? Okay, okay.
Um,
That's a wonderful one, Jeffrey. How about you, Carrie?
for me, like I feel it in my gut, right? I'm thinking I witnessed something and it sparks a thought, and then I meditate on it, or I'll talk about the Hurricane Helene journals for the kids, right? Been in a meeting and we were talking about like, what do we do now during
Mm,
this state of our, of our world, because things aren't normal.
mhm,
How do we shift what we do to meet the need of the community? And
mm,
so I came home and I sat with that and I meditated on it. And I was like, well, that's a no-brainer, right?
mm,
Like create these journals for these kids so they can deal with what's going on. Because
mm,
that's my skill.
mm,
I mean, I've been in one major situation in my life where I was indecisive for years, just to be
mm,
honest with you. But when it landed with me, what needs to do, it's like I can't let that go.
mm,
I got to move forward with whatever it is. And with fear, it's the same thing. Like when I was sitting in that um, workshop or whatever you call it, and I listened to this lady talking about putting the fear of God in her grandchild. Like it was almost like God threw that in my lap to
mm,
say, you got to get this out in the world because babies don't need to be living in fear. Because
mm,
fearful babies create fearful adults that create war or whatever it is. Uh,
mhm,
so, and it's not always been that way, but probably since 2020, I would say. When something lands with me, I listen. It used to take 3 or 4 times for the universe to be like, hey, hey. And then I'm like, okay, I'm listening.
mhm,
But now if I feel it in my gut and it really just lands with me, I'm like, okay, it's not going to take being slapped upside the head to do something.
mm.
So
Yeah.
Okay.
that may have been
Wonderful.
way more
Such
than
a
you wanted to
beautiful
know.
story. Oh, that's a beautiful story. And I think it's of benefit to somebody viewing this right now, or view this later. To me, it is kind of the same.
Hmm.
Instincts, gut. And I have a framework which I usually follow before deciding on anything. I always look at the impact. How is it going to impact other people around me? And if not those around me, those to come.
Mhm.
Oh, are you getting me, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How it's going to impact those around me If not those around me, maybe it's a long-term thing about those who are going to come later. I always
Mhm.
look at that benefit. And if you have been noting me very well from my previous conversations that we have been having, there is a day I was talking about technology. I was talking about AI, and I was referring to innovations. That
Hmm.
if something, let's say you're a creative, you're writing a book, you're developing something. For me, my prayer was if something does not have a positive impact on the community or as at the human race,
Mhm.
please let us leave it. Even if it's going to prove you to be a genius to the world, I think it's better not to be a genius, to be proven a genius with something that's going to harm people
Right.
or disintegrate humanity.
Hmm.
Yes.
It's better to stay not a genius, but when you are really left out something that would even cause harm to people.
Hmm.
So that's one of the things I look at before working out on something or before embarking on a journey. How is it going to impact others? Then how is it going to impact my legacy?
Hmm.
How am I going to be remembered by
Yeah.
others? I
That's
look
deep.
at that.
Mhm.
And if the bars are high on each side, trust him, even if the vision is not yet clear, but I'm seeing the impact is really up, I'll
Mhm.
just go into it.
Mhm.
The instincts gut are telling me to do something. I weigh with the impacts on both sides. And
Mhm.
if the bars are high, I will not look at the journey, the obstacles, I'll just get into it. I'd rather die for a good cause than not doing that. Because I always tell myself, if you don't do this, who will do it? If you're
Yeah.
not doing this, what
Yep.
if you're the person chosen for it? What if the other people who are going to do it will not fulfill it? And it's you who's gonna fulfill it. So I'm always into it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love that thought.
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, if
Okay, my
everybody,
question.
go ahead.
Okay, you go ahead, Carrie.
I was just going to say, if everybody could have that consideration before they do anything,
Mhm.
what impact is my actions gonna make on
Yeah,
another
sure.
person?
Mhm. Yeah.
Surely. Not everything that we do, not every books, not every art we put outside there is
Yeah,
supposed to get out.
right.
Some of the things, look at the movies, those that are selling on box office and on movie stores. Some of them, when you look at what they are preaching,
Yeah.
especially to the young generation, they're just damaging, demoralizing society. And to
Yes.
the
Yeah.
filmmakers, they are making money.
Mhm.
My friends, the filmmakers are making money, but on a huge scope, on a bigger scope. We
Yeah.
are killing our race, the
Yeah.
human race.
Same thing with music. I feel that I have that same issue with music. People say I'm too hard on, but no, I wanted to sing at one time. That was a goal of mine as a kid. And to see music, the to see, I guess there's always been bad music around, but to see the bad music take the it's more bad music than good music, it seems like to me. It's very provocative, just I don't know, just very disrespectful. And to see that is so sad. So yeah, they're making money, but the impact, like you say, Jimmy, the impact of that on especially on young
Yeah,
minds,
sure.
it's disgusting. It really is. It
I
is
agree.
sad. Yeah, it's so sad.
And the impact, my friends, you'll agree with me. The impact, what Jeffrey you were just saying. The
Mhm.
impact, for example, for the music, for them they will think it's minimal, but this impact is huge, generational.
It's huge.
The
No doubt about
impact of
it.
some
Yeah.
of these innovations,
Yeah.
yes, it's generational.
Hmm. It really is.
You're
I met
you're
a
preaching malice, and now you're
yeah,
having people shooting against each other. What are you expecting?
yeah.
It's true.
I met a guy. I hope if I've told you guys this story before, please stop me.
You can
I
go on,
met a
Jeffrey.
yeah, I met a guy who he produced cartoons for kids. I
Hmm.
met him. My ex-wife worked at CAA, and I was in the lobby, and we just happened to start talking. And I said, after he told me what he did, I was like, And I guess he was very, I don't, I don't watch television, so I don't know that much. But I said, man, your kids must really be proud that their dad, they get to watch the cartoons that their dad creates. And he said, oh, no, 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 no. My kids aren't allowed to watch the cartoons that I create. And I didn't say anything because I didn't know this guy personally, but I'm thinking in my mind, so you'll put garbage out there for somebody else's kids, but you won't allow your kids to watch this. And it's all about money. I'm like, that's so sad. I would want to put something out that my kids, one of the reasons you guys that I didn't get in trouble, I wasn't a great kid, but I wasn't a bad kid. But you know what kept me on the straight and narrow? I had kids young.
Hmm.
And the worst thing that my kid to me that I could ever put my kids through was my kids looking at me on the other side of a jail cell. That was the worst. I'm like,
I
I want
agree.
to be an example to my kids. That's what there was times where I'd be like, oh my God, it's so frustrating trying to do the right thing all the time. But I would think about my kids and say, oh no, I don't, that'd be so terrible if my kids see me and they can't hug me or whatever because I'm trying to get things the fast way.
Yeah.
Like no, but they're all about the money. They don't care what kind of impact it has on all these people out here who are listening to it and taking that stuff as if it's candy, you
Yeah.
know? So
Sure.
anyway, I kind of got off the topic.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And Bill Gates said the same thing
Okay.
about his kids don't use cell phones or
Yeah.
tablets.
Yeah. That tells you something. Tells you
If you're
something.
creating something that you don't want your children to be
You
exposed to,
see.
Yeah. Why are you doing it? And that says you don't care anything about those other
Now,
kids,
now, now,
you know?
that's where that's now, friends. You see, that's where it gets interesting. Back to the topic, if I'm
Hmm.
to drive that to the topic, to someone who's following the conversation right
mhm,
now, anybody following this conversation, be, we are trying to say that before you decide, if you're having problems with deciding, that's indecision. You're
Hmm.
indecisive about something. First, ask yourself, what's the impact of this thing to the society?
Hmm.
yep,
Will I allow my kid or my family members, to benefit from this? Will it be beneficial to them? Just begin with
yes,
your family. If you can't let your family even benefit from your services, from your art, from your creative, why do you put it outside there?
Hmm.
You get.
Hmm.
So I think to anyone, I'm really sorry. You can carry on from there. I'm having a
you're
thought.
fine. You're fine. Yeah, I mean, it's a great way to deal with indecision.
Hmm.
Is I mean, sometimes we do have to make those decisions based on how it affects us.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like if you're getting divorced or if you're leaving an abusive relationship or things like that, the job that you don't like that directly impacts you most than
Mm.
more than anybody else.
Yeah.
But when you're thinking about creating something that you're putting out into the world
Yeah.
and you
That's
think about
millions
the
of people.
impact,
Yes.
yes.
Millions of people that
Yeah.
we, I don't know.
I
Sometimes
know,
I,
but go
oh, go
ahead.
on. No, sometimes I wonder about, and I don't want to get into the religious thing because I'm not gonna, you know, uh, I'm not anti anything, but sometimes I wonder, do people believe what they say as far as what afterlife looks like? So I tend to think that maybe a lot of people really don't believe it because we would act better if we thought there was a consequence for some of the stuff we do. If we really believed, and I'm not trying to step on any toes, but this is just the way Jeff feels about it. If you really felt like this is a consequence on down the line, this is what I believe, I think I don't know. I don't think as many people that profess it really because it couldn't be that cruel or that nasty or put that certain things out because there's a consequence for that. I would think, but that's I'll leave it there. But
No, no, I feel you, Jeffrey. I feel you. Our words, I mean, like, and I think our world is waking up a little bit to what
hmm
consequences
hmm
are right now.
that's very
Um, but yeah, your words have an impact on somebody else.
true.
So
Yeah.
why are you going to be nasty?
Hmm. Hmm.
And
Hmm.
especially if you proclaim
So I
A
think
religion or
Mhm.
spirituality, are you proclaiming that spirituality and are you living it? Like, do the two connect? Because if they don't, then you better make a better decision. I agree with you. Go ahead, Jimmy.
okay. So maybe right now we can talk about what will be your word of advice to someone going through indecision right now, who's
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
indecisive about something right now, about maybe their work, about their job, about their marriage, about their life generally. What would be your piece of advice?
Carrie, you want to go first?
Yeah, I would say sit
Jeffrey,
with
you
it.
can go first.
Uh,
All right, here we go. I got the big mouth.
Oh, carry on,
okay, I'll carry
carry
on.
on.
Yeah, go. Okay.
I I would say, of course, I'm going to say journal about it.
Mm,
Sit with it, meditate on it, pray about it. If you pray, journal about it. Like, just sit with it. Talk about it to your friends, your trusted friends, and then feel it in your gut. Because if it doesn't feel right in your gut, it's not a good thing.
mhm,
And take the time to do it. Like, um, taking it right back to fear. Like, fear is reactive,
mhm,
and being healed or being responsible is more responsive.
mm,
Responsive. Um, and trying not to be from a place of reaction, but a place of responsiveness.
mm,
And like just taking all that in and taking the time that you need to see what's best for you and what's best for not only you but the world around us.
mhm. Yeah, I agree completely with Carrie. And I think for me, indecisiveness held up a lot of things that I now do that people think, wow, you do a lot of things. But it seems like I do a lot of things because for so long I wrote these things or created these things, but I was indecisive about sharing them. So then
Mm,
when I got past that fear part, then I have all this stuff to just release. So it looks like, oh my God, he just has all this. No, it's been years, but it just took me a long time to get out of that indecisive mode. So I think with indecisiveness, you just have to, if you feel it strong enough, I truly believe it was given to you for a reason. And I don't think any of our gifts were given to us to sit in front of the mirror and watch ourselves do it.
yeah,
I really don't believe that. I think you are given a gift to share because the Almighty or the universe wants you to share this particular gift. And you can't run out of creativity. I don't believe you can run out of it. The more you give, the more you receive, as far as creativity goes. So um, you can't be indecisive. But yeah, the thing about indecisive, you just have to run with it. If you feel it in your gut, do it. Doesn't matter the audience or who pats you on the back or who thinks it's good. If you feel it in your soul and in your heart, and you know it's putting out a nice a good message. It doesn't have to be a perfect message, but if it's putting out something positive, it's not putting out anything that's degrading, then that's your responsibility to yourself and to the universe. I think um, God's gift to us is life. Our gift to God is what we do with that life.
mm,
That's kind of how I live now. I'm thankful for everything I get, and now I have to do something with
I
that
like that.
blessing that
Like that. I like that.
I
yeah.
love it.
So that's the way I feel about it.
Yeah, and you hear that passion.
Yeah.
It was a very profound one. It was a profound one. On my case,
hmm
I had even forgot to also add on. When a person is indecisive about something right now, I'm not sure about what you're going through, but my piece of advice tonight will be, I think the universe is communicating.
hmm
God is talking to you, the universe is talking to you, whatever you call it.
hmm
The answers are around you. What it will take you is being mindful,
Yep.
Yeah.
easing a little bit. You breathe a little bit. Let the storm calm down. Let the pressure calm down.
Mm.
be mindful and listen. I think when you listen, the right answers are going to come to you.
Yeah.
Either within you, around you, the people around you, your community, let it be your job. If it's your partner, let's say marriage, the answers are going to be there. Trust me.
Yeah.
I think that's my piece of advice tonight.
That's
That's
beautiful.
beautiful.
Yep.
Yep.
That's perfect advice. It really is.
Yep.
Yeah, it is brief like that. It's brief like that, but so profound.
It is.
Yeah.
It's so profound as long as you're listening.
Yeah.
And
Listening to yourself, listening to
That's
those
good how you tied
around
that
you.
all in. Yeah. Yeah.
well, I love how we tied listening back in too.
Mm-hmm.
Listening to
Mhm.
ourselves.
Yeah,
And
sure.
listening.
Do you know that listening, did you know that even listening goes even back to us? Do we even take time to listen to ourselves,
Yes.
to
Mm.
our inner selves, like deeply?
True.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're always even communicating to our own selves, but we don't know that.
Yep.
So
So the
true.
answers are always present. It just takes being mindful and
Yeah.
responsible to yourself and to your community.
Yep.
Yeah. It's about that gut feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And I would call it, I mean, it's
Yeah,
intuition,
sure.
but I call it where God speaks to us too.
Mm-hmm.
Like he tells us when to run away from that bear, but he
Sure.
also tells us when to sit
Mm-hmm.
and where to go to next, or universe, or whatever the higher
Mm-hmm.
power is that you believe in.
Right.
It's right here.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
within us.
Mm-hmm. No doubt about it. I like what you guys said about listening because you do have to listen to yourself. Sometimes we're so we're quick to listen to everybody else, but then when we go inside, we doubt ourselves. We don't have the confidence in ourselves that we have in other people sometimes. And that is that's a big indecisive measure right there. That can cause you to be indecisive because you don't believe in yourself like you should, you know?
The
From
disconnection.
from what Jeffrey has just mentioned, I've just realized that listening might be a huge topic than we even think. Do you know that now I'm seeing how not listening can even cause lack of self-esteem? For example, listening personally to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we distract ourselves with a lot of noise from
Yeah.
pressure from people, pressure from our partners, pressure from our colleagues, pressure from the world, the society.
Mm-hmm.
You are finding people who are addicted to politics, you find someone addicted to political news. They feed themselves with a lot of fear and they even forget to live. So I
Yeah.
think listening is a very huge topic. It's not only about listening to what is around you, but it has two aspects.
Yeah.
Listening to yourself and even
Mm-hmm.
to your environment.
Yeah.
So
I
And
true.
if you
was
don't listen, lack of self-esteem, then you will not be in position to decide properly. And that's
Mm.
indecisiveness.
Oh, I love that.
right.
Man, you
It
are such a man. You're an old soul, man. You've been here before. You
Yep.
come
Few
up with
times.
Stop
as such a
that.
young dude.
Stop
You come
that.
up with some
Stop
profound
that.
things. I don't think I was coming up with those kind of things at 20 or in my 20s.
Yeah.
Took
Wow.
me a little while, man. I had to bump my head a couple times.
I'm a philosopher. Most of the time, I'm a loner. One thing people don't know about me, I'm always presenting to huge masses of people, but
Mm,
like Loki, I'm a loner. I'm an introvert most of the times. So I
mm,
spend most of the time in my thoughts,
mm,
and philosophy. Like I'm a philosophy guy. I love creating my own beliefs.
yeah.
Looking at what's going on, and I create what I believe in personally.
Yeah.
I think that has been the source of all this. I let the universe teach me. I let
Hmm.
society experiences teach me, and I
Yeah.
learn from them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
great.
still believe you're an old soul.
Yeah, I do.
And you should too, and everyone outside there, they should too. And if you are raising a kid, maybe for a parent, let always strive hard for your kid or your child to have an independent mind, thinking for
Yeah.
themselves. It's
Yeah.
not toxic for a person to have an independent mind, but all you have to do, teach them to be responsible for their mind, for the decisions they make. And I think now they will have a personal, independent mind.
Yeah.
I
So
agree.
true. So true.
I agree.
And
Once
I
you,
think that's what Carrie's friend, rest in peace, Charles Kirk, was advocating for.
mm,
Yes.
When people were misquoting him about I will not say that I agree with every opinion, everything of his, but about the college thing, I think people misquoted him. He was
Mm,
talking about people having, let the colleges be there, but when they are advocating for an independent mind, creative thinking,
Yes.
and everything. So I went
mm,
deeper into that, into his advocacy about the college thing, and I came to realize might be the way he was bringing it out. That's how he got even backlashes.
Yes.
But
mm.
I think what he was trying to say was let a child have an independent and creative mind
Oh yeah.
if we
Yes.
can push for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Let's have all the information
Mm,
and allow kid. Well, he did advocate for allowing kids to be kids, like just keep them innocent. But he also wanted people to have as much information as possible so they could make an intelligent decision based on what was best for them. Yeah.
yeah.
But I also like, we're on the same path, right? We're on the same path to inviting people to do the same thing. Now
Mm,
we try to stay out of politics and we try to stay out of religion because we don't want it to be so divisive. There's enough of that out there.
right. That's true.
What we're trying to do is bring the humanity piece to it
Exactly.
and
And
all
everything
those
is
things that we
political.
go through.
And if you think about it, everything is political. Being not political is political. So we can't really get around that.
Right.
But we don't have to make that the focus, but we can't really, everything's gonna be looked at as a political thing, because it's just the
I
way
mean,
of the world.
they're going to spin it any way they want
Yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah.
But we're making a decision to be as neutral as possible in that
Mm-hmm.
realm
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because we don't
Mm.
want to go there. We want to bring people to that center.
yeah, exactly.
Jimmy's
Exactly.
electricity has gone off and
Oh, okay.
lights.
I
Oh,
don't, I don't, I don't have lights. I don't have lights. That's why you just saw that black thing.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
But
I'm so
still,
glad you were able to come though, Jimmy.
yeah.
Once again, your profound words, and you, Carrie, you too. This has helped me. So I've said this a zillion times, but doing this when it's three of us, five of us, 10 of us, whatever, this has helped me. Every single one, I've walked away with something more, and that's the goal. You want to learn something every day, and every time we do this, I walk away with something that I did not know or did not look at from that particular angle. Every time we've had one of these.
Agree.
amazing, amazing. It was something we started with when I came online. I
Yeah.
Hmm.
was saying that we should learn to sit down with our different opinions, have that conversation, live peacefully without insulting each other, without offending each other.
Mm,
And then we come back another time to anyone outside there. Let it be at your community bar, community restaurant, community group. You sit
hmm,
down with your different opinions, different political affiliations,
hmm,
have that
Yeah.
good conversation, learn from each other, live with your different opinions. After all, the one we will decide is you.
hmm.
We are not influencing you to decide. We are just sharing with you. The decision is made by you as an individual.
Right.
Correct. Correct.
Mm.
I've had a million of these, well, 27 conversations we've had. No, is that right? Yeah, 27 conversations we've had.
27? Wow. Okay.
And I really think that this is my favorite one. Be-
Really? Wow.
well,
Uh,
I think for the reason that just us three, and we've really honed in on what Be the Spark means.
Hmm. Yeah. And that
And
was a great name for you to come up with.
mhm,
Spark. Yeah, that says it all.
yeah. What was
Yeah.
the tagline for my yoga studio?
Oh,
Which
yes, right. You did that.
inspired change yoga. Be the
Yeah.
spark of change. Be the spark of change within. I mean, ultimately, yay! His electricity's back.
Yeah.
But yeah, be the spark of change, and it's up to all of us individually
Yeah.
to sit
Yeah.
there and make those decisions daily. How is my life today, the breath in my body, going to impact other people around me? And make those good decisions of having a great impact that's going to ripple out into the world.
How do y'all feel? Do you guys feel like I'm sure you do. Sometimes you can I leave these things so high. I really do. That I almost feel like I'm chosen. I really do. I feel like I'm a special, I don't think I'm better than anybody, but I just really feel like I'm chosen to do this. And when I go out, I have that confidence, I have that. And I think a lot of it comes from this and other things, just doing some inside work, but the stuff that we talk really
It's
gets
the same. It's the same, and it was happening today. Even it was happening today. There is a lot of legal issues, and you look at maybe, for example, my country, we are over 50 million citizens,
hmm
but there is a way you feel like you're so special
hmm
about your own purpose.
Yeah.
The other day, someone told me that to do what you do, you need to register, be a legal NGO and a government organization. And it's really hard to do that. And they are telling you all these stories to discourage you. But for me, with all my plans, because I have very, very many plans, I jotted down and with a framework for each plan
mm
on how I will do my thing, how I'll fulfill this purpose. But then for me, I don't see any obstacles. I'm always feeling like there is something special working out for me. I don't
hmm
know, working
hmm
out for me. Sometimes I just find
Yeah.
things working out, aligning.
Yep.
The other day, I called somebody to assist Eddie with a printer. I thought I was going to pay for the printer, but then he was like, Jimmy, you are my friend. Let your brother come for the printer and do whatever he wants to do.
Mm.
Things just align. And if you're talking about being special, I still feel that energy. Then
Yeah.
that assurance you are not seeing the odds, but then you are being assured of this thing working out and being great. But yet
Yeah.
the odds here are telling you it's impossible.
Right. So
Well,
true.
and it allows us to hold ourselves to that standard too.
hmm
Like
hmm
if I'm going to preach this, I better dang well live it.
hmm
And it's hard. I mean, we're human, right? Like we get frustrated and we get mad and we get, you know,
Yeah.
but we got to hold ourselves to that standard because we are chosen or we
Yeah.
wouldn't be here.
Yeah. I really feel that. And I wouldn't use that language in the past, but I feel like I don't think it's being arrogant at all. It's just the way I feel. I'm not saying I'm better or any smarter or anything. I just feel like I have this mission, and no matter what comes, this mission is going to be done.
Yeah.
Period. It
Yeah.
doesn't, unless I, die or something, but beyond that, it's going to be done. And what we're doing is going to happen. It's already happening. Actually,
It
it's already
is.
happening.
It is
It's
happening.
We
already
probably
happening.
saved some lives on here and we don't even realize it.
I think so.
Probably have. Yeah, we
Yeah.
probably
Or
have.
just
Or
shifted something.
just shifted.
About
Yeah.
that,
Yep.
about that, I'll even ask about Eric. Where did Eric go? Does anyone hear from
Oh,
him?
I don't know. I've been
What is
Eric,
it?
the one from South Africa, right?
South Africa, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him in a long time.
He made a comment on my Facebook post not so long ago, but
I wonder how he's
I know.
doing. I'm
We
gonna
should
check.
reach out to him.
He's,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
one of the people, he's one of the people who benefited from this, and he's always giving out testimonies about how we helped him,
You're right. You're
hmm Yeah,
how
that's
how
true.
we found him, and how he was inspired, and how I always love, and he's always bored with it whenever he's making comments in groups. Just that I've been off Facebook for some good time, but that's why I was asking you guys whether you hear from him either on WhatsApp or any other platforms.
Mm.
But
yeah, I
he's one
haven't
of the
heard from him.
beneficiaries of our program.
Yeah, you're right. Well, and in turn, as Jeffrey says, you feel chosen, but we also want everybody
hmm
else to feel chosen in what makes,
Whatever it is. Yeah.
yeah, whatever it is that's their
hmm
purpose.
hmm
And
hmm
that's our purpose to help them find that by
Yeah.
having these conversations and to
Yeah.
owning at the fact that we are doing what we feel called to do
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
inviting them to do the same thing.
Yeah.
I think today's conversation, to be real, has been one of the best conversations we have ever had.
Yeah.
Mm.
If you go back and listen to what we have shared,
Mm-hmm.
to anyone outside there, just look at this beautiful community. We are not of the same political affiliations, to anyone who is listening, with
hmm
no any commercial intent, but How about doing this in your own towns, in your own communities?
Mm-hmm.
This is an example of
Yeah.
a community
Yep.
filled with humans, you know.
Yes.
Just sitting the other day, this came from, I was relating this with what Carrie shared on his Facebook, or rather on her Facebook when I visited last time, a story of an old lady who was using her Porsche, you know, inviting people to come and sit and just have
Mm.
coffee and share without judgment,
Yeah.
Mm. Wow.
you know, without opposing each other. Having a conversation is not opposing each other. It's about listening, you know. It's not a debate, just listening. You know.
Yeah.
Yes.
You listen to each other. Where you disagree, please
Yeah.
disagree peacefully. And I think we miss this all over the world, worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
There is a lot of case. People have felt just this is the remedy. But people think maybe we need more scientific intervention to bring
Mm-hmm.
peace to the world. We don't need scientific. I have to say it again to anyone seeing this. You can even share this with it. We don't need scientific intervention to solve the problems of the human race.
Right.
Right.
All we need is going back and realize that we are humans. We realize we get ways of working together,
Yep.
communicating with each other peacefully without
Yeah.
disagreement.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And trust me, we shall have better communities.
Yeah.
How often do people in your village, in your hometown meet and have conversations like this?
Right.
Yeah.
Conversations are that strive for a better tomorrow, a better world for all of us,
Yeah.
You're right.
where we sit with all our different social differences,
Mm-hmm.
but still manage to at least learn a thing or the other from one another.
Yeah.
Let it be, let it be the campaign, let it be the gospel to everyone.
Yeah.
It doesn't start with a president or a celebrity. It starts with us, with
Yeah.
you, with me,
Yep.
for
Right.
Yep.
that gospel to reach.
One
And
conversation.
Oh,
one
true.
conversation at a time.
Yep.
Yep.
And if the religious gospel, from if you look at the Muslims, the
Mm-hmm.
Christians,
Mm-hmm.
it has managed every kind of religion and their gospel has managed to convert many people.
Mm-hmm.
How about this unifying gospel of a
Mm-hmm.
better tomorrow? This is a unifying gospel. How
Exactly.
about we start with this one, which doesn't
Yeah.
need a book? We already
So
have the scriptures within. The
within, yeah.
scriptures of a good conversation. Yes. The
Yeah.
Yes.
scriptures of showing kindness to each other, opening a door for me, opening a
So
door
true.
for you, despite anything. We don't
So,
need a book here right now. It's a
exactly.
unifying conversation. Thank you for tonight.
That's beautiful. Can I
Yes.
end it? Can I end it with a short story? A really quick story.
Absolutely.
I was working at a school here in Los Angeles, and it was young. And I probably have told this story, but to the new people on here, they haven't heard this. So sorry, Carrie and Jimmy, if you heard this.
No,
But
you're good.
I was working with this at this school with special needs kids, and there was one girl in particular. She wasn't special needs. She was just, but I'd see her because we see the normal ed kids too. And so she was always in trouble. And I had heard through the grapevine, through teachers and stuff, that home life wasn't great or anything. And so when I would take my breaks, I wouldn't take my breaks in the break office, I mean, in the break room. I like to sit outside. So California is sunny most of the time, and I like to read. So during my breaks, I'd read off away from the playground. The playground's down here, I'm over here, so the kids can't bother me too much. And I'd read, and she'd always pass me. So one day she stopped. Recess was about to end, bell was about to ring, and she stopped. She said, they call me Mr. T. Mr. T, why are you always happy? That's what she says. And I put my book, I said, well, I'm always happy because I got tired of being sad. Sad didn't get me anywhere. Sad just kept me in a bad mood. And I got tired of it. So I decided that I'm going to be happy for as many days as I can be. And I'm not going to give sadness that time. That's what I said. So she said, oh, okay, thanks. So she walks off. She gets halfway down the playground and she turns around. It brought me to tears almost. She turns around. She said, you know what, Mr. T? I said, what? She said, you know what? I'm tired of being sad too. I'm gonna try what you just said. I'm gonna be happy. And
Mm.
it just broke me down. It just broke me down how that child saw me as being happy. I don't know, but just the smallest things can make the biggest impact. Now, I don't know how she's doing now. That's been some years ago, but
Yeah.
for her to say, I'm tired of being sad too. I'm gonna be happy, And this conversations like this, there's somebody out there that's gotten in the rhythm or the
This
habit
is the
of being
best
sad.
sermon. This is the best sermon a person will have to have. Okay, people meet on Friday, those are the Muslims. People meet on Saturday, those are the SDIs. People meet on Sunday, those are the Christians. People meet on
Mhm,
different days in their different
mhm,
religions and faculties. What
mhm,
about who are those people meeting to have conversations like this?
Yeah.
mm,
How about this becomes also a culture where people in their communities say, okay, we are going to go into the digital era where we shall not be meeting physically often, but still we can utilize
yeah.
the development, the innovation, and still be closer to each other, where we are not
Mm,
meeting to insult each other or talk
right.
about this and that, but how we can be better. I
Mhm.
think this is something I'm going to work on, a gospel, and I'm going to call it the unifying gospel, a
Mm,
better tomorrow. Yes, it's a unifying gospel. We need
yeah.
this. Everyone needs it.
Yeah.
The smallest things. Just look at this, what we have in here. It doesn't require much infrastructure for you
Exactly.
to have
Yeah.
what we're having right now.
Exactly.
It
Yeah.
doesn't need someone to be ordained to speak what you're speaking.
Exactly.
All
Yep.
it takes is you being human,
Yep.
Yeah.
being
That's
human.
it.
Being human. And
That's
you
it.
sharing
And we
your
share
story.
that.
We
Yeah.
share.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That is enough. That is enough. It's
You're
more than
one.
And that young girl, what
hmm
she saw, she was seeing a human, a true human, and she picked up that small virtue from you. And there
Yeah.
is a way we have the power to heal each other. The universe has power to heal itself, and we are
Yeah.
part of that unification. So it means even us ourselves. For the
Yeah.
Christians, they say we are part of the godly something.
hmm
So when I see I'm seeing God, it means
Yeah.
I can still do something to you. And if God is going to work in your life, he will pass through another human. But when you pick this entire concept and bring it back to what we're having right now,
Mhm.
we have the power to help each other, to heal each other. That's why even if you get a problem, I'm sick, I'll need a doctor. If we simplify it to what today, now you'll have to understand that every day you are meeting medicine people. Every day we meet people, we are meeting
Mhm.
medicine. But even these people, the problem is that they don't know that they are remedies to us
Right.
and we are remedies to them. So it's a win-win thing. If we realize the power we hold for each other, the world will be a better place, my friend.
No doubt about it. And I'm so glad that little girl was across the playground because she would have seen tear because she made me cry. I didn't want her to see me, 'cause I'm supposed to be this tough Mr. T. I'm so far
Okay.
away. I was like, okay, that's good. I couldn't even say that
Now
much.
you
It was
now
so
you are
touching.
healing a generational disease.
Yeah.
Just imagine that girl would have, like when that girl was taken to a doc after some years, they are telling her about these mental health diseases, them ADH something.
hmm
But you you providing that, you are not even sure whether you provided a very, very big solution.
Yeah.
Just
I
that girl
agree.
realizing that she can be happy is a
Be
choice.
happy. Yeah. hmm
Well, I think I'll sum it up with
I
I
think
don't know who said this before, but you're one decision away from changing your life.
Yep. So,
You made the decision to be happy. She made the decision to be happy, and you
mhm.
probably changed her life. So
Yeah.
we are all one decision
So
away
true.
from changing our life.
and we are changing the world. Thank you very
Yeah.
much for
Yeah.
coming through.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
Yeah.
you.
Thank you all. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
And get better,
Thank
Jimmy.
you.
I'll be in touch with you through because I'm gonna send a little bit more help to get some pennies together and help you however I can. We gotta keep you healthy, buddy. We
Yep.
gotta
Yep.
keep you healthy.
You got to
I
keep us.
appreciate
We gotta
it.
keep you healthy.
Thank you. Those
We
are the
got
calls. Those are the calls. People are checking on me every time. Sometimes I
oh
feel
good.
like even crying. They are calling constantly.
Good.
The
Well, that
love
shows
is
you what
really
kind of
enough.
impact you're having on people.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way.
Absolutely.
Okay. My God watch over you. I'm back. I've started using my laptop. I want to work on that app. If God makes that chance to happen for us to meet, I want to have it. And I'm still working on a lot. We shall be meeting soon, and I'll keeping
Oh,
you
we're
guys
going to.
informed.
We're going to.
Absolutely.
We're going to. No doubt
It's
about
going to
it.
happen.
Yeah. It's
All
gonna
right.
happen. All
And I
right, love you
can't wait.
both. Thank you
Have a
guys
good
so much.
morning. It's a night here. Have a good evening.
All right.
Okay.
It's a
You
good
guys.
morning.
Take care of yourselves.
See.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Bye,
Bye
everybody.
bye.
All right.
Bye.
See you later.
See you then.